Alright, so today we are going to do a sphere in here, and you're going to need a blending stump, a 5H or a 4H, some sort of a B pencil, like I have a 4B, and an HB pencil. Okay, and today we're going to do a sphere. So down at the bottom, right down here, write sphere. And a sphere starts with a circle. So what I'm going to have you do is in the center, lightly sketch a circle. And notice how I'm sketching it. I didn't draw a big circle, right? I'm slowly making curved lines. And if I make a weird line like that, that's okay. Just keep sketching until I'm getting a round ball. And then the lines that I want to keep, I can darken in. It does not have to be perfect. If I wanted it to be perfect, I would have given you a stencil or something. And then just erase the extra around here, like that. Okay, and today we're going to have our light source change a little bit. We're going to have our light source be right at the top here. So make a sun right here. And you can abbreviate light source with just LS, light source. And for this one, the first thing we're going to do is our cast shadow. And so I am going to, again, sketching it, make from the widest point, make lines going down here and then starting to curve. Whatever lines that I don't like, I can erase. And this is going to be our cast shadow, so it is going to be using our 4B pencil. And right up against the form here, it's going to be the darkest, but remember, we are layering value, so I'm not pushing very hard. I'm lightening up my pressure as I go away from the form, and I'm going to layer it. So I'm going to go back and change direction. So this should be the darkest part right up against the sphere. So add lots of layers and slowly, gradually transition to a lighter gray. And I can use my blending stump. Remember, we just take the tip and we just rub it along and then turn to clean off the blending stump. And I would suggest you start at the lighter side and do little circles and then slowly go towards the darker. And the next thing we are going to do is we need to label the cast shadow. So let's just put a little line here, cast shadow. And the next thing we're going to actually talk about is the inside of the sphere and the highlight. So since the light source is directly above the form, the highlight is going to be directly on top. However, if the light source was off to the side, the highlight would be on the side. Okay, or over here on this side, or I guess if it was up underneath, on that side. So, with our H pencil, 5H, 4H, 2H, you want to make kind of a crescent shape here, generally very lightly. That mirrors where the light source is. So if the light source was off to the side, our crescent shape would be over here. And if it was off to the other side, our crescent shape would be on that side. It's directly related, and it's kind of circular, because we have a circular form here. So this is called our highlight. Alright, and from the highlight, the edge of the highlight, to the edge down here is going to be our core shadow. But we're not going to have it just all one value. It's going to go from lighter to darker, and then a little bit lighter again. Just like we did over here. Remember, we had this side that was darker, and then went a little lighter. Not really light, but a little lighter. So here, we're going to take, I would use your HB pencil, and you want to do it in a kind of a circular, curved form or line. Keep that curve. It might be easier if you turn your page for your hand, right? And as I go down, I'm putting a little bit more pressure. And then I'm loosening up the pressure. So right in this area here is where it's the darkest. So right in here is the darkest, right kind of in this middle band here. And you kind of go down towards the bottom. We're trying not to see our pencil lines, so we're using the side of our pencil. And of course, blend it as well. But right at this bottom here, it should not be as dark as it is kind of right here. And we will label this band right here our core shadow. And so we need to place this somewhere in space. So we're going to take our ruler and somewhere above the core shadow, we're going to draw a line to the left and right of the sphere, and this is called our horizon line. And like we did before, we're just going to do some information in the background, right? Last time we did hatching, which was just lines. This time I want to show you a little something different. It's called scumbling. And it's basically lightly, not pushing down very hard. Little circles that are all kind of connected like this. Okay, remember we're not doing in the form. We're going around the form. And it just gives the background a little bit of information. So go ahead and do scumbling in the background. And that is our sphere, shaded.